to sleep. I freaking out. I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, I literally was having a freaking panic attack. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beingtami. What's up, wagwan? In today's video, we'll be discussing my birthing story, how it went and how I reacted. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. If you're new, please take the time to subscribe. Click the notification bell so you are notified each time I post a video. Here is the tea on my birthing story. So if you're in Missouri, or maybe it's the same in other states, once you are 39 weeks, you are allowed to schedule an induction or have a C-section. I opted to do a scheduled induction, so I was induced at 39 weeks and I think 5 days. So I went in for induction on January 2nd. Baby's due date was January 5th. So I went in to be induced on January 2nd. I was so happy going into my induction because the day before, when Anjo's family had called and they went through a prayer meeting, we were on the phone for a good while, just praying and thanking God for what he'll do in the pregnancy and hoping that, praying that I have a safe delivery and all of that. So that I was very pumped and ready to go into my induction on Sunday. Fast forward, waiting for them to call me so I can come in for my induction, because they have to call you to tell you to come in, because they had called me in the morning and let me know that they're running behind, they're still waiting for persons to be discharged. So I know that can happen, so I wasn't really disappointed. I was still happy. Like about 5:30 they had called me and told me that I can come in for induction. So bags were already packed. I was pumped, I was excited. I drove to the hospital because I'm like 8 minutes away from the hospital. Hubby was excited, I was excited, I was pumped, guys. I was so excited to meet baby girl. I'm going to insert clips so you can see how excited I was. The plan was to record my birthing story, but with all of that trauma and excitement, I did not get to live that through. But I'm going to insert a clip with me showing you my hospital room and some other clips. So hi guys, so I'm here. It's foggy, my face is foggy, but I'm in my room. I'm gonna do a little room tour. So freaking excited. Alright, so this is the entrance. I guess this is the linen area. This is where baby B is gonna be. Oh my god, this is so cool. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Oh my god. And they have my favorite colors for peanut ball. Oh my god. This is Bebe's corner with his blanket. This is the bathroom. So guys, when he's over there struggling. So yes, I'm settled in my room. I'm being induced today. I am excited. I don't know why I'm so excited, but yeah, I'm strapped up to the monitor, IV in. It's hot, like it's hot. It's very hot. The IV going in. Yeah, she just checked me. Still soft, not dilated, just a finger, what you say? Just a fingertip. When he's over there, say hi. The bed is there. Okay guys, so I'm back with another update. This is if I decide to do a labor and delivery vlog, induction style. So I just had a dose of Cytotec, my first dose. So it's 2 little half pill that I put in my mouth and it absorbed, and then they'll see how I progress with that. If I don't progress, I'll be getting another dose within 4 hours after they check me. So that's just an update. Wayne is over there reading. I'm reading. Right. So I think I left off at, getting IV and starting the induction phase. So when you're going to be induced, the first thing they do is do what is called a cervical ripening. So they give you cytotec. So I think I got 2 doses of that tablet. I got it sublingually, which is under the tongue. So I got cytotec. So it helps to soften your cervix. Right. So took 2 doses of the cytotec, and then we started the pitocin to induce the labor, to bring on the contractions and so forth. If you see me looking down, I have a little paper, so bear with me. So yes, took the pitocin. I would think I was on my 3rd round of pitocin in terms of increased dose of pitocin, when contractions started to get a little bit uncomfortable, but I was trying to push it. I was trying to see how far I would go without needing the epidural. Everybody wants a natural birth, and everybody wants to push their baby without medication, but that was not me going. I mean, that would have been nice, but that was not me. I was like, whenever the pain comes, I am not going to force it. I'm just going to take the medication. That's why it was created. So when the pain started to become unbearable, I was like, maybe I should really take this. The hubby was encouraging me, to take the epidural, don't be here lingering in pain. And I remember my OBGYN telling me, take it. It's not, you don't have to take it at a particular time. There's no too early or whatever. Because I thought, I was going to take it too early, because at the time I still wasn't dilated enough. I think I was like a 2 centimeter dilated, but the pain was unbearable. Anyways, they called the anesthesiologist and they gave me the epidural. Mind you, that was a very traumatic experience. I don't like medical procedures being done to me, so I was very tense for that epidural, but it wasn't bad. Honestly, it wasn't bad, but I was very tense for that. So the epidural started to kick in, and guys, it is the best juice ever. If you're not for epidural, girl, I'm not in your league, because that epidural works. It was like magic. It was awesome. The epidural was awesome. So when it kicked in, now I was good. I wasn't feeling the contraction. Initially, I wasn't feeling the contractions at all. I hear a lot of persons talk about the itching that comes in with epidural. I got that itching. I was itching all over my body. That was only the bad thing about the epidural. After the initial shot or dose of the epidural, I got severe itching, but after a while it wore off. So the epidural was doing its magic. I was still able to move my foot, but I wasn't able to feel the contraction. And I also got a top up button, so I could top up myself whenever I felt like I was feeling the contractions more intense. Anyways, I went in like after 8, got induced like after 11. So things wasn't progressing much. Things wasn't progressing much. So we ended up going in the other day. I wasn't upset or anything. The next day, I was like still at a 2-3 centimeters dilated. I was like, yeah, man, we have to. Something has to happen today. I was hoping baby girl was gonna be born in the afternoon, so she could meet me, of course. Anyways, things didn't progress much. They decided to rupture my membranes. That process wasn't bad either. So my membranes were ruptured in the afternoon. So yeah, after they ruptured my membranes, they noticed that baby girl had passed her first stool inside. So my amniotic fluid was basically stained with baby girl's first stool. That is usually, kind of a bad sign, because sometimes the baby kind of ingests that fluid, which can put them at risk for respiratory distress. Anyways, because they were monitoring me, they were able to see that baby girl was not in any distress, so we opted to continue laboring for some more time. Not concerned about the fact that she passed her first tooth, because my contractions were coming, and even though they were coming and they were intense, baby girl was doing fine. Baby girl's heart rate was doing fine and all of that. Anyway, still laboring. They realized that they weren't picking up my contractions as great as they would have liked, so they opted to do an internal monitor to monitor my contractions. They use a catheter-like device to insert through the cervix to monitor my contractions from within. So they were monitoring that. In the evening, late afternoon, evening, I was stuck at 6 centimeters. Baby, I'm gonna have this baby. So my doctor came in and I was like, yeah, maybe by 3 p.m. we have baby girl. And he was like, no, maybe like 3 a.m. Anyways, I was being positive. I was like, baby girl is definitely gonna come by, the end of the day. The nurses did everything to ensure that I, progress beyond 6 centimeters, because I was very thin. My cervix was very ripe. Baby girl was very low. She was very engaged in my pelvis. So there was no reason why, anything could go wrong after that. So I decided to, labor a little bit longer. They tried every single position in that nursing book, every single position you could think of. I was bouncing on the ball. I cock up my foot this way, cock up my foot that way. I tried everything and I was just working with them. They were very positive. They were very reassuring. I felt comfortable. They were excellent. Anyways, while stuck at 6 centimeters, they started to realize that baby girl's heart rate started to drop at the peak of my contractions. So she started to have what is called variable decelerations. So that is usually a bad sign, because it meant that baby was in distress. So we're trying to do different positions to see if that will help and prevent all of the bad stuff from happening to baby. That did not work. I was still not progressing beyond 6 centimeters. While they were trying everything, they also suggested that they were going to do this procedure called an Ammioinfusion, where they basically put fluids in, so there's not much pressure on my umbilical cord, which is causing baby's heart rate to plunge. So they did that. They gave me saline, in hopes that that would work, but that did not work. So with that, my OBGYN came in on the time. I love my OBGYN. He's awesome. He came in, he gave the talk. He knew that I wanted to have a vaginal delivery. So he was very straight up. He was like, we can continue to labor. Baby girl is having deceleration, but it's not often. We can continue labor. It's your option, but he still has to put on the table C-section. So that was put on the table, but I was still hopeful. I was like, God got me. C-section is not my story. That won't be my story. I was like, baby girl's gonna be vaginally. Anyways, that was not my story. Anyways, fast forward, I went in the second, and on the third I was still at 6 centimeters. So that's 24 hours of laboring. In that time, I kept on getting top up of epidural, so I had to be topped up twice with my epidural dosing. So like after 9 to 10, my doctor came in again. He was like, listen, yes, we can still labor, but as far as I see, the best option for you now is to have a C-section, because he was like, we can try, but before we say anything, let me check you. And he was like, baby girl is engaged, but based on what he felt, baby girl's head was not turned in the correct position. So my nurses were saying they were feeling her ears. So obviously her face wasn't in the correct position. So it was like, he really, prefers to have a C-section. Obi was there all quiet, because this is not the route we had wanted. But I guess this was God's plan for us. This was our story. Anyways, fast forward, we discussed C-section, and that is going to be an emergency C-section. So they started prepping me for that. They gave us a few minutes, and in that few minutes, I broke down. I wept. I bawled. I hollered, because as I said, C-section was not my story. It was not going to be my birthing story. So I wept. Hubby was there supporting, this was the best option for baby girl and for me. So, I went along with it. While they were prepping me, things were going so fast. You know, my heart was pumping. I felt panicky, but I was trying to hold it in, you know, trying to whisper a prayer. Guys, tell me why when I was on my way to the emergency, to the surgical room, I broke down. I literally had a straight up freaking panic attack. Like, out of the blue, I kept on freaking out. I was like, guys, you need to give me something. I'm panicking. I'm freaking out. You guys need to give me something to put me to sleep. I'm freaking out. I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, I literally was having a freaking panic attack on my way to the surgical room. Like, I lost it. Because in the health world, I've seen many persons gone to surgery, sometimes not making it, or things going wrong in surgery, you know, complications of surgery. That was all that was going through my mind, guys. And they were very reassuring. And the thing is, there were so many people there, and then because baby girl had passed through, they had called on peds neonatal specialists so that they can monitor baby after she come out. So I was just like fretting, like super fretting. Yeah, if you hear baby girl crying, she's downstairs with hubby. So if you hear her crying, yeah, she's here and alive. Anyways, so in surgery now, you know, um, right. So in surgery now, you know, things going smoothly. Was there trying to relax while they, you know, did what they had to do, you know. It wasn't bad. I didn't feel a lot of tugging, or it was just mostly pressure. I didn't feel a lot of tugging, so that was good. My experience in C-section in terms of the cutting and everything was not bad. Guys, when baby girl came out, I was out of it because I was so still a little bit freaked out and everything. So when they told me that baby girl was here, I was still out of it. When I came to, I was like, is she a girl? Is she a girl? Like, I mean, I know it was a girl, but you know, sometimes those rare moments where ultrasounds are wrong. So my first reaction was, is she a girl? Everybody in the surgery room started laughing. Anyways, after that, I realized that I didn't hear a cry. Baby girl was not crying. I was not hearing a scream. I was not hearing anything. I was not hearing any excitement. And then I saw baby's face. I saw hubby's face. And then I was like, oh, shit, that's not it. Forgive me. I was like, that's not reassuring. And then I look at baby. I realized that baby girl is not crying. She's just there, flimsy. And then I started to panic again because they were suctioning her. There wasn't getting much response from her. She was blue. And everybody know that baby's supposed to come out crying and wailing and turning pink as they're crying and wailing. Baby girl was not crying. So again, I panicked. And I swear I was about to die. I'm like, Lord, you're going to put me through all of this for my baby girl to die? Guys, that experience was horrible. And I was like, if she's going to die, I'm going to die. Just take me right now, Lord. Just take me right now. You have to. I can't manage. I can't deal. And guys, I then had to catch up on myself. I was like, no, those prayers were put up for me. I have to remain calm, and I was trying to remain calm for myself because I didn't want to crash on the table of shock. So I was trying to be strong, and I was trying to be strong for my baby girl. So I kept on calling her name, calling her. I was like, girl, you have to pull through. Girl, you have to pull through. Lord, help her to pull through. Lord, you have to help her pull through. This is my testimony. Guys, I was just praying while I was on the table. And then I was looking at hubby's face. Hubby's face was not reassuring at all because Wayne has a lot of experience, well, have some experience with delivering babies like via C-section, and he's seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and his face was not reassuring. Like, I was looking at him for signs of hope. Guys, tell me why I look at Wayne's face. I started freaking out and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Guys, even now when I look at the pictures of my baby in the little thing that they put them in, I cannot look at it, like, because every time I look at it, I am overwhelmed with emotions because I'm like, this is the point where I almost lost her. Like thinking about this part of the video and how I was gonna bring it across, you know, I had to strengthen myself. But that moment, seeing hubby's face, not hearing baby's girl cry, and then being in the surgical field, I started to realize I started to pull for, like, what you call a ET tube and the lighting that they use to find they started to pull for the devices to give baby a endotracheal tube. So I was like, oh my god, she's gonna have to go to the nurse. Is she that bad? And I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, my baby, my baby, my baby. Anyways, thank God, thank God, above baby girl pulled through. And when they continued suctioning, they realized that baby girl had aspirated a piece of her stool. So a piece of her stool got lodged in her airway. So they were able to aspirate that time. Baby girl pulled through, and we were taken to the recovery room. In the recovery room, I'm going to insert pictures too. I was still out of it. I was too traumatized by the experience, still tired from all that laboring for 24 hours, still going through the process of how I almost lost her, still going through the process of I have a C-section and I wasn't anticipating a C-section. So I was still out of it, but thankfully hubby was there. Seeing how Wayne and Joe held my baby, I was like so happy because he stood in for me when I couldn't, you know. Just seeing him look down on baby girl, I was reassured that everything was gonna be fine. How he held him, I was like, yes, he's the father of my dreams. It was reassuring. And then I started to come around and I was like, I need to hold my baby because I need to bond because I've been looking forward to this for 9 months. What the heck? I've been looking forward to this from ever since I'm a child because everybody look forward to when they have a child. So I wanted to bond with her a little because I was so out of it. But I'll insert pictures. So yeah, taken to recovery room. The nurses were awesome. I started to, come to. And then I was transferred to the postnatal ward. And being a C-section, I had to stay there for 3 days. So I was there for 3 days and, getting monitored and all of that. So that was the downhill and then the uphill. So I'm very grateful for the fact that God helped us pull through this. I'm grateful that even though this was not the story I'd hoped to tell, I am telling this story to encourage someone, to help someone, that God still works because he worked in our situation. And I'm so grateful for baby girl. Her name is Skylar Rain Palmer, and I'm so grateful I chose that name. Hear her screaming downstairs. I'm so grateful for choosing that name, because it reminds us that, the Lord reigns in our lives, and we're so grateful for that. So yeah, that's my birthday story. Comment down below if you had went through anything like that. Just comment down below anything you want to comment. Put up some prayers for Skylarine and all of that. But yes, she is doing great. I'm happy with her. I'm in love with her every single day. I'm just happy she's in our lives. I have not decided to show her yet. I want to keep her for myself a little bit longer. So yeah, with that said, I hope you guys respect my wishes. Anyways, so thank you for watching my video. I hope it's not too long. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And guys, remember that I'll be doing Let's Talk Thursdays every other Thursday for now until, I get a little bit more into my baby girl. So we'll be doing Let's Talk every Thursday. So see you this Thursday on YouTube Live, where we'll talk about everything baby, everything nursing, everything. So bye, stay sweet guys, later, walk good. Mwah.